Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. I've got my little sidekick Delilah joining us today. Do you want to say hello? Say hello. Say hello. Good girl. So yeah, hi guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Hope you really do enjoy this little video today. So today I'm going to be giving you a 6-month puppy update, because I recognise that we've only actually made one video about Bruno, our Dachshund puppy. Haven't we? We only made one video about Bruno. Yeah. She's kind of looking at the camera like, what am I doing? Aren't you? Little cheeky monkey. Yeah, so I'm just going to introduce Bruno to you again. We're going to have a sit down little video today in which we're just going to talk about how it's been over the last few months for us as first time puppy owners / dog owners, because as you all know, if you've been watching us for a while, we do have ragdoll cats as well. I'm going to be talking all about that to you today. So if you have not seen our other video in which we actually bring Bruno home, then go and check that out. I'll link it just here. But I'm just going to put a little clip of what Bruno looked like when we first got him. Bruno wee wee. Bruno wee wee. Bruno wee wee. He's already done a poo poo. He just needs to do wee wee. Bruno wee wee. He did a poo poo earlier, didn't he? Okay, so there we go guys. So that is what Bruno looks like when we first got him. How cute was he? Give this video a big thumbs up if you thought that he was exceptionally cute. So what has it been like owning a puppy? Well, I think it's been really, really cool. It's something that I've always wanted. I didn't know what I was in terms of whether I was a cat or a dog person, but what I've realized is that I'm just a pet person. Yeah, whether it's a dog or whether it's a cat or whether it's a rabbit or a hamster, whatever it might be. I'm just a pet person. What are you doing? I'm just a pet person who really, really enjoys having pets. I love our cats and I certainly love Bruno. He's my little son. That's what I call him. Bruno Ronaldo. So let's go ahead and show you what he looks like now. So this is little Bruno. Bruno, say hello to the camera. Yeah. He's camera shy, guys. So this is little Bruno. He's a miniature Dachshund, shaded cream. I think I've got that right. You want to hold him? Oh, careful, not around his neck, not around his neck. There you go, you hold him. Yeah, so he's a miniature shaded cream Dachshund, and he loves to lick people. He loves to lick them, doesn't he? Do you want him to lick you? You want to give you a kiss? Go ahead and give a kiss. Give a kiss. Good girl. Yeah, so he's a miniature shaded cream Dachshund. I think I've got that right. Louise will tell me if I'm wrong later. And he's absolutely beautiful. He's a long-haired one. So he's not kind of like your typical short-haired Dachshund. He's a long-haired one. Is it tickle? Yeah. So, you know, he's got long, floppy, fluffy ears and just like lots of fluff all around. You've got to be very careful to kind of like support his back, because he is a sausage dog as well. So he does have this long back and he loves to lick people as well. Oh, Bruno. So as you can see, I'm just trying to support him here. This is, oh, careful Lily, hang on, I'll hold him. So this is what he looks like in terms of length. I'm not stretching him out or anything like that, but that is what he looks like there. But I've got him fully supported, so he's okay. So I've bore his weight and he's just absolutely beautiful. If you can see him right there, boom, boom, boom. He's had two grooming sessions so far. Okay, Lily. He's had 2 grooming sessions so far in which he's been spruced up and made to look even more gorgeous. So we've been told to get him kind of like groomed and things every 3 to 4 months. And that's absolutely what we're gonna do. In which he just goes to get his nails clipped. Just a little kind of spruce up, looking all dapper and looking all fine. And yeah, so that's what we tend to do in regards to his grooming sessions. In terms of kind of like his diet and things like that, we tried to mix dry food and wet food together, but what we realized was that his wet food was kind of giving him an upset tummy. Yeah, we give him food, don't we? It was giving him an upset tummy, and we couldn't really control it too much. So what we did is that we've gone back to just giving him a solely based dry food. We try and make it as good a quality as possible. We use the AATU puppy brand, and that food tends to be absolutely fine for him. What we also do is, if he's not really fancying any dry food in particular, we'll just put a little bit of water in it just to make it softer for him. And he tends to like that a lot as well. We are looking at potentially bringing in some wet food for him, just because we do know that it's important to perhaps bring that into his diet. But we're just kind of looking around. We were using, I think it was called Butcher's Choice or something like that previously, which was giving him kind of like the runs. But we're just kind of like looking at any other brands that we might be able to use. That might be a bit easier on his tummy, and we'll just gradually bring it in slowly, just so that his tummy gets used to kind of adapting, gives him time to adapt to the new food that he's taking in. But he tends to be quite happy on the dry food diet at the moment. But I know for all you people saying about kind of like, you know, how wet food is important, absolutely correct. We have been advised by his vet that it's okay to be on a solely based dry food diet. But just kind of like for my own peace of mind, I'd like to incorporate some wet food into it as well. So that's the plan. That's what we're going to do. We're going to bring some wet food back into his diet as well. In terms of kind of walking, he tends to be okay. You know, we've read a lot of things and heard a lot of things about how Dachshunds can be quite stubborn. They don't want to go on long walks or anything like that. To me, what I've found so far is that hasn't been the case. He tends to be quite stubborn if it's like wet or cold outside, okay? But after you kind of give him a couple of treats, then he comes on and he's walking. He tends to be more happy when when he knows that he's going home. So that's when he starts to really run. But apart from that, we could take him on a pretty decent length in terms of walks. Toilet-wise, obviously we had a few initial accidents and things like that, you know, peeing on the floor and occasionally doing a number 2 on the floor and stuff as well. But that seems to have solved itself. He goes out to the toilet absolutely fine. He'll go and do his business and then come back in. The thing that we need to remember about being long-haired is that dirt picks up a lot of dirt a lot of the time. So it's really, really important that kind of like you just, if you don't want puppy paws and all of that footprints going through your home, that you just dry their fur off and stuff like that, and that's absolutely fine too. In terms of his temperament, he's absolutely fine. We've got 2 girls, and as you saw at the start of the video, this one likes to put her arms around his neck to give him a cuddle and things like that. And obviously we're just trying to teach her that we need to be a bit more gentle with him. But temperament wise, he's absolutely fine. He's not precious around his food or anything like that. You know, we try to make it as family and friendly environment as possible, so the girls will be around him when he's eating and stuff, just because we don't want him to be overly precious about his food. So yeah, that's it in regards to his kind of like temperament and things. You know, plenty of playtime, get the energy out, stuff like that, absolutely fine. Bedtime, you know, I've read so much and I watched so many videos about kind of like how it was going to take weeks and weeks before he would stop barking in the night and things like that. Maybe we were just incredibly fortunate, but that stopped after around a week or so. I think maybe we kind of just like made the area for him feeling safe. I mean, for the first week, I slept downstairs with him, you know, and he slept next to me. So maybe he felt safe there. And we eventually moved him out into his own bed in a little unit that's been built for him in the kitchen area, just so that, you know, he's got his own little space. And we would put music on for him at night. Every other night I would kind of like leave a light on for him, and then I just reduce that and reduce that and reduce that, just to kind of adapt to his new surroundings. We had a blanket with his family's, his mum and his siblings' scent on it as well. So, you know, he didn't miss them too much. But really, he's kind of adapted really, really well. And I've been very, very happy with the progress that he's made. In terms of some of the negatives, I know. In terms of some of the negatives, if that's what you want to call them, at the moment, he's teething. You know, a lot of his teeth are falling out and growing back really fast as well. But he's chewing everything, okay? So that's why it's really important that we just kind of say to him, Bruno, no, leave it. And he does do that, but then he obviously wants to go back and get those things again, and we'll take them out of his kind of his range, you know, so he knows not to go and get them. But then we just kind of like quickly put a toy in his mouth, or put one of his little snacks in his mouth, and he's okay with that. In terms of other sort of negatives, if you want to call them that, When we go out, he does like to bark. We do have a camera that we put on him in which we can talk to him when he's barking and things, just to reassure him that kind of like we're still there without being there. And he seems to be okay with that. I think it's kind of settled down a little bit now. Louise might tell me differently, but I think it's settled down quite well now. But it's just something that, you know, he's a dog at the end of the day, you know. He's every now and then he's going to hear a sound and he's going to bark and things like that. Trust me, there's no such thing as a perfect kind of pet dad or pet mum or sibling or whatever. These things are going to happen. Your cats are going to miss you. Your dogs are going to miss you whenever you go out. But sometimes you just can't take them places that you're going. You know, if you're going to the store, or you know you're going out to a party or a family event in which pets can't go. You know, so you do have to get them used to it, despite how hard that might be, and the connection that you have and things like that. But the fact is that you always come back and they learn to adapt to that too. In terms of how he's been around our other two pets, our two ragdoll cats, he's been really good, to be fair. You know, every now and then he will... Just Delilah counting in the background. Every now and then he will kind of chase them, but not to the point where he's going to attack them or anything like that. There's been times where they've chased him too, and they're just having fun and they're playing together and things, which has been really, really nice. But obviously we tried to stop the chasing when it does happen, just because we don't want the cats to have a negative experience, and we don't want him to have a negative experience either. So yeah, we try and sort that out the best that we can. Elsa, our oldest cat, has always kind of been antisocial, but she's not really. She just likes to keep herself to herself, whereas Snowy, you know, she does like to interact with him a lot as well. But it's kind of like she almost gets annoyed by his presence, because he'll be led in his bed in the front room, and he's sleeping. And she'll come up to him and start sniffing him and look like she's being absolutely fine around him. But then when he kind of wakes up, she'll kind of like get her paw up without her claws out, so don't worry. She'll get a soft paw up and she'll just like be like this, ready to kind of like slap him down, I guess. And Bruno's adapted to that really, really well. And obviously we have to kind of like tell Snow not to do that and things like that, but there's only so much that they can actually understand as well, so we're very, very conscious about that. But they seem to have adapted to one another really, really well, and Elsa too, so we don't really have any worries about that. The cats have that upstairs when they want some of their own time, and Bruno doesn't go up. He has tried to a few times, and a couple of times he's been successful, but we've always got him really, really fast, and there's never been any problems in regards to that. The one thing that we're also very cautious about is kind of like neutering and stuff like that. We've had a lot of people ask us kind of like, when is he going to be neutered? But I think that's the right terminology for a male dog, or whatever. Whenever he has his kind of his snip and stuff like that. I'm not sure whether it's the same with other breeds of dogs, but there's a recommendation that Dachshunds in particular, they don't have any form of surgery for, say, the first 18 months of their life. I don't know whether that's a myth or whatever, but there has been some kind of like information about it that's been circulated. And I'm pretty sure our vet's kind of spoken about that as well. Because Dachshunds, because of their long backs and things, they are prone to a certain back disease that if they get it, it can be quite problematic for them in terms of their pain, their mobility and stuff like that. So we are going to start researching it even more, because we are kind of thinking about when are we going to make that appointment, because he's 6 months old now. So I know that we still, if we do wait those 18 months, we still got a whole year, but we just want to get as clued up about it as possible. And so we're going to have some conversations with our vet as well. But in terms of kind of like, you know, protecting his back, we certainly do that. He jumps up on the sofa now. Watching him jump up on the sofa is actually quite funny because he's got his little legs, but he's able to get up there. Getting down, I'm very cautious about that because of the impact that will have on his legs, but also his back. So when he does want to get down, I'll lift him down. If and when he does go upstairs, he manages to get up there, I'm not so kind of over the top about him going up the stairs, but again, it's kind of like coming down the stairs, in which we got to be really, really cautious. just about that kind of initial impact and things like that. But to date, everything's going absolutely fine. Don't have any worries about him other than kind of like the standard ones is what I've said, you know, kind of like the chewing of things and chasing the cats every now and then. And also kind of like getting into the bin bags when they're ready to go out and we haven't quite put them out yet. You know, sometimes he does like to do that. And every now and then just the puppy paw prints going through the kitchen. But remember, guys, he's just a dog, you know, and things are going to happen. Things are going to happen that kind of like, you know, frustrate you or whatever, but he's a little puppy dog and we've got to remember that. Things are going to happen. So if you're precious about how your house looks and you're precious about certain things getting chewed, I'd advise you maybe not to get a dog until you're ready not to be so precious about those things. You've got to be very, very careful with discipline. Never hit your pets. That is what I'm always going to say. Anyone that hits your pets, you need to sort your lives out. You can discipline, I don't know, I've got this wooden spoon, Delilah gave it to me. You can discipline your pets without having to use any sort of force on them. You know, the raising your tone, being stern with them and fair with them, just like you would with your own kids too. Yeah, just like with your own kids as well. Like, you're not going to hit them, but you need to make them realize when something's going on that shouldn't be going on. So you might just change your overall presence around them in the sense of your voice and kind of like how you talk to them as well. And that's absolutely what we'll do with Bruno. So if he is doing something, I'll do a firm no to him, and then we'll do something that encourages him to do something positive. Yeah, and that's how we operate. But yeah, overall, guys, this boy is beautiful. I love having him. It was one of the best decisions that we made to get our little Bruno dog, a little miniature Dachshund. He's a lovely little boy. I really, really enjoy having him. He's very, very cute. Comes and sits with us at night time. And yeah, it's just also all the licks. He just loves licking people. Very friendly. Oh, and another little negative, if you want to call it that, he does like to bark at people at the moment. Yeah, so he's been in puppy training and we are sorting that out. He does like to bark at people, but it tends to be bigger people, you know. And so we are sorting that out, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. But we tend to say leave it to him, and he's actually pretty responsive to that. So again, I don't have any problems in regards to that either. So guys, this is the end of the video. I just wanted to come on and do this quick little update video just to introduce, thank you very much, Delilah, just to introduce Bruno to you. As I said earlier, love him. He's a great little boy to have. Yeah. So if you did enjoy this video, then please do give it a big thumbs up. Share it with all of your puppy friends. Subscribe to our channel if you are new, because there's going to be some new videos coming. Oh, sorry, thank you. There's going to be some new videos coming. We are going to be much more active on this channel over the year. I'm going to be doing some videos. Louise is going to be doing some videos. We're all going to be doing some videos together. So we'll be bringing you some much more content. We'll be doing some pet updates. We'll be doing some family vlogs, some holiday vlogs, all of those sort of things. Might even do some challenges, stuff like that. Anything family related, anything, thank you, anything pet related that you want to see, then we are the place to subscribe. So please do that. Leave us a comment in the comment section below, asking us a question. Yeah, ask us any questions that you would like to know about kind of like puppies and things like that. About Bruno in particular would be great, because I don't know much about any other breed of dog. That would be absolutely fantastic. If we've not touched upon something and you'd like to know about, then please do ask us that as well. Or if you've got any advice for us, because we are kind of like brand new at this and we are trying to learn as we go along, then please do let us know that as well. Please just try and refrain from all of the negative comments and things like that, because we've seen negative comments previously on some of our cat videos. We're learning as we go along. Like, everybody learns as they go along about everything. There's so much research that you can do, but until you're actually doing it, I call this the apprenticeship of life. You're never fully ready to do something until you're absolutely doing it. So guys, like I said, hope you enjoyed the video. Do subscribe, like, comment, all of that jazz, and we'll see you next time. Bruno, you gonna say bye? Say bye. Lad, you gonna say bye? Bye. Say bye. See you later, guys. Bye.